So I'm already melting down our melts. Today we're making some Valentine cookie bark. And these are some special melts that I got that sounded delicious. They are dark raspberry truffle. And I actually tried a little piece for the first time when I opened the bag, and the flavor is amazing. So I knew exactly that I wanted to use this as our Valentine base. You know, raspberry chocolate. Feels very Valentine's Day. So I've already done 30 seconds, mixed, 30 seconds, mix again, and we're gonna pop back in there. I think I'm gonna do another 30 seconds because they're still pretty solid. Okay, and in the meantime, I have our candy melt decorations from last week's live, and I'm going to add some edible glitter to some of our decorations because we can pop these on as some decorations in addition to some sprinkles that we're going to add as well. So I'm just going with rose gold over these chocolate hearts. There's just a food brush. I like the puffy brush to do glitter like this. I'm also going to add some rose gold over these flowers because they're very, very vibrant. The particular color that I used for these ones. So I'm going over them with the rose gold to kind of make them a little bit more subtle. Not so neon, if you will. Flip this one. This one seems to have a lot of edible glitter. Shake out some excess. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. And there's our decorations. We can just pop those on once we get our melts down. So let's check on our melts and see how they're doing. Okay, definitely getting more melty. So we want to stir for a little bit to see how much longer we might need to put it in there. If all the little pieces kind of disappear and melt down, then we're good to go, but I think we're gonna need at least a little bit more time. This is about 2.5 cups of these melts. See, quite a bit of the pieces are melting down. We still have some stubborn pieces in there, so I'm gonna pop it in the microwave again for maybe like 15-20 seconds max. As usual, we don't want to overheat our melts. Okay. So I'm doing 15 seconds. I also am going to get my sprinkles ready to go. I have some of these Valentine nonpareils. Just open up our sprinkle containers. I also have some nice little Valentine hearts. Mixture of colors right there. And then if I want to, I have some other options, but I might also grab, I have this other one that's more glittery. So we might end up using some of these ones. It's like a very glittery sprinkle mix. Okay. We're gonna give this another stir. Okay, that's looking really good. I'm seeing maybe just some like air bubbles, but not pieces of chocolate that are still stuck in there, not melting down. So we look really good. Okay. So I just want to make sure we add everything very quickly before our melts have a chance to set. And I already have my layer of cookies down. I decided to switch it up today. I've been doing a lot of Oreo cookie bark, so I decided to go with Lotus Biscoff cookie today. Okay. So we're just gonna pour this right over the top. Scrape off our excess. Okay. Set that bowl to the side, and I'm gonna get my offset spatula to spread this a little bit easier. And for Biscoff cookies, you don't need as many melts to be able to cover them with the Oreos because they're thicker and they have, you know, spaces in between them. We usually need about 2.5 to 3 cups for Oreos and about 2 to 3 cups of melts for the Biscoff cookies. All right, we're looking pretty good. Just scrape off our excess here. And then I like to tap the bottom. And those melts kind of like just settle across, so it makes it nice and smooth. Get some air bubbles out of there. Okay, and now we have our stuff. All of our melts on there. We're gonna start adding all of our fun items. I'm gonna start with our candy melt decorations. I'm gonna do a lips like right in the middle. And let's do some hearts. Flower. And then let's add a bow in there. I think I'm just gonna use up all the candy melt decorations for funsies. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Hope you're having a good Friday. Let's add another little heart. Go over here. Another little flower. And oops, my bow went upside down. Okay, we're gonna axe that bow. And let's do, shift you a little bit over. And let's do that bow right there. Okay, so just random placement, kind of putting everything everywhere. And now we can go in with some more of, try to get those melts to settle from the bow. Okay, we can go in with our sprinkles. So, like I said, my favorite sprinkles are the glittery sugar and the nonpareils. So I'm definitely gonna go in with some of those. The glittery sugar sometimes can get a little bit lost on melts like this, but that's why I'm adding the nonpareils, to make sure that we have kind of a combination of subtle sprinkles and ones that pop a little bit more. Just a nice little glittery layer, if you will. And let's go in with nonpareils. Instead of candy melt decorations, you can certainly do just some candy that you bought from the store, some heart-shaped, little chocolates or something like that. But I had these on hand and I thought that would be a fun little way to tie our lives together. Some more nonpareils here. You can tell the melts are already starting to set, so trying to work really quick. Okay, and can add a few little hearts here. To go in between. All of our candy melt decorations. You can kind of like press some of them in if you want to. Sometimes it gets a little bit of an indent around it if the melts are starting to set, so just be careful of that. Just a few more hearts and I think we'll be good. What do you guys think? Do you like the decorations we're doing? I'm gonna see if I can just very lightly melt this corner over here. The kitchen torch. Get things to stick a little bit better. And I'm just gonna go over the whole. Okay, I wanna make sure everything sticks. Just gonna keep adding until you're happy with it, but obviously don't add so much that it's like way, way overcrowded. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? From here, we basically just let our melts completely set, and then we can use either a knife to chop it into pieces, or we can break it into pieces. I think I'm gonna use the knife because I don't want the candy melt decorations to like break into pieces. So I'm gonna try and use a knife. You can sometimes, I've seen people kind of like score the chocolate a little bit, so it's easier to break into pieces and have it be, a little bit less of a risk of breaking your candy melt decorations or whatever decorations on top. And you can kind of, break them into a little bit more consistent pieces that way. But from here, yeah, you just let it set and you're good to go. Now, this one was super easy. Do we have any questions for anybody that popped into the live? I know this one is one of our super quick ones. My sister says it's purty. Thank you. So super easy, no bake thing for Valentine's Day. I always love doing cookie barks because it's like you can use up decorations or cookies that you have on hand, but it's also just a really fun and easy project to do. In the meantime, we do have, of course, more shorts coming up this week. Today is our last day of Valentine Cookie Pop Week, so make sure that you're checking out all of that fun stuff from the past couple of weeks. Last week is Cupcake Week, and this week is Valentine Cookie Pop Week, and next week is Valentine Cake Pop Week. And then next live is going to be our, of course, final Valentine live because it's Valentine's Day already next Friday, which is just hard to believe it's going by that quick. But thank you so much for the hearts. It's so cute. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that content. And I am wrapping up a quick Valentine cookie tutorial for just like a quick cookie you can whip out for your loved one. And yeah, aside from that, same time and day next week for our next live and more fun content coming up. I'm not seeing any more questions pop in the chat, but thank you so much for the hearts and the compliments on our cookie bark. And like I said, I'll have to cut this up later after our melts are completely set. but just a simple and cute little decoration and treat for Valentine's Day. So one more check of the chat, and I'm not seeing any new stuff pop in there. Thank you all so much for being on today's live. Like I said, I'll see you next week, and of course, keep an eye out for all the fun content in the meantime. And I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you very soon. Bye.